friends. Hello and welcome back. Hope everyone's having a lovely day. We're doing a roster update predictions for Friday, June the 7th. And I'm going to say, be honest, right out the bat, this is definitely one of the trickier one, probably the trickiest one we've had all season, probably one of the riskiest roster updates we've had all season, just because of the guys that are close to going diamond or gold to diamond, diamond to gold, so on and so forth. The way they've been performing lately compared to how they've been performing overall as a whole, so on and so forth. We're going to try to do our best here to knock this out of the park. So we'll see what we can do here. As always, invest in players as you please. We're going to start with the New York Yankees. We're going to go on over to Louis Gill. Louis right now, a bronze pitcher, and this is where we start talking about where the risk comes in. Started right off the bat. I see Gill getting an upgrade. No question about it. 7 wins, 79 Ks, 130, or I shouldn't say 130, but 73 innings pitched. 1.99 ERA and a 0.95 whip on the season. Very, very good numbers. Definitely been sustaining that throughout the season. And he now has, an upgrade coming. The question becomes, do we see him get a +6? Do we see him get a +7? I'm going to be honest. Where his price is right now, I wouldn't touch him. Sure, he could get a +6, but he's still quick sell. And you're barely going to profit or not going to profit. I guess you put 555 and you can profit a little bit on the quick sell. But there's not a lot there. For me, the price, the risk ratio, it's not there. Everybody look at it. If you were to drop to, maybe 300, look at it. But, that is a big jump. But we're going to talk about him. Always bring up the guys who think are going to get the upgrades here. Let's go on over to fellow Brave, because anything the Braves touch goes diamond. That just seems like that should be the investment advice of the year, right? Just pick up the Braves players. We're gonna look at Ronaldo Lopez. Now Lopez, different situation. 79 overall already. And he's only 332 stops. Lopez, 1.78 ERA. Was 1.08 whip, 55 Ks, 57 innings pitched for just about a K per 9 innings. And this is a guy, again, you look at the hits, you look at the walks, you look at the Ks. Definitely room for improvement in those statistical categories to move on up the chain here a little bit. And as overall as a player, he's got room to move on up here. A little bit older, so that's why you see the it's a little bit more difficult to grow and jump up the statistical leaderboard as quickly because you already have that history behind your name. But it's still +1 gets you to the quick sell, +2, +3. I really like Lopez here as a low tier investment. Let's go on over to. That'd be live. Let's go on over to diamonds. Getting interesting here with some of these diamonds, actually. Let's talk about Marcell Ozuna. Or not a Marcell Ozuna. My mistake. What was this dude's name? Corey Seager. And again, we're talking risk. The risk is all over the place right now. But hey, sometimes high risk, high reward. Corey Seager is 30K. He's an extremely interesting player. He's a fan voted power up player, for how well he's been performing. MLB show is going to see that he's already a diamond hitter, but over the last month, 11 home runs, 21 RBIs, 333 average. He has been playing very well of late. And if you remember last roster update, Marcell Ozuna got downgraded. He was 70K. He was a 90 overall. He got a downgrade because he's been struggling this season. But guess what? Corey Seager is back. And now the question becomes, do they flip the switch? Do they quickly say, well, we know what Corey Seager's capable of. We know who this man is. And the upgrade could be coming this week. Because if it comes right back, that means he wasn't a low overall for very long. So he didn't really flood the market. Which means he has a chance to really rebound that price. Maybe not 70K, but maybe 40K, maybe 50K. There's some room to grow back. Because again, the reason the 87s are around him 5K, because they've been flooding the packs all season. Because they're easier to pull. He hasn't been doing that. So I do like Corey Seager, and can't stress enough, I only like him if he gets an upgrade this week. Because otherwise, we're waiting 3 more weeks to overall the price that keeps going down. That's too much. And he's definitely a risky one. Because if he doesn't get the upgrade, I'd be selling him right off the bat instantly, see what we can get there. Nonetheless, though, looking for that risk with a pretty good profit there, though. Corey Seager's a guy. Let's go on over to the man we've heard a lot about in San Diego. Been pitching very well this season. If we can find the Padres, there it is. Let's talk about Robert Suarez, 79 overall. Again, perfect position for the upgrade to gold. Probably not diamond, but 17 saves, 0.69 ERA, 0.73 WHIP, averaging just under a K per 9 innings. Now the K per 9 innings, we're gonna see an upgrade there. There's still room, I think, but definitely no walks per 9. Definitely hits per 9 is pretty high as is, but definitely in those departments it's possible. And we're just seeing what a boost does for this guy. Plus 12. Or is that plus 11? Plus 11, plus 11. There's a 12. That's an 11. 2 plus 11s gets this guy plus 5 on his overall just for the daily boost. And see, it's a lot to ask to give that guy like a 119 hits per 9. You could see some growth in other areas, but just to say, hey, look where he's at, and look what those 2 statistical bumps do for this man to get him to an 84. Does he get an 84? Probably not. Does he get an 82? I think an 82 is very possible. 82, 81 is very possible, and that's, again, a profitable range. Just looking at Manny Machado, for example, in his quick sell where he's at right there, if you get to the 82. So I really like Robert Suarez here. And again, not the diamonds. They're not going diamonds, not flashy. But if you're, obviously with a diamond, you can buy 2 of them for 2K and some for 4K and double your coins. But these guys, kind of the same boat where you can buy a lot for 500, some for a K, some for 900. You can still almost double your stubs. So I do like these guys. It just, again, you have to have a much higher volume. So let's talk about, save the diamond for last. Let's talk about a guy I'm worried about going down from diamond in a big way. We've seen what happens. We've seen how quickly MLB The Show will pull the trigger on some of these high overall players and just plummet their prices. Ronald Acuna, a prime example. What he did last season, MLB The Show said, I don't care. We dropped his overall anyway. Who was the other one? We were just talking about it. Corey Seager, same story. We're looking at Yordan Alvarez. This one could come out of nowhere for people. And we say that because the guy is still hitting very, very well this season, well above, the standards needed to be up where he's at, batting in the 300s. The problem is he's got 11 home runs. Not bad. Not terrible. That's pace for 30 on the season. That's outside the top 20 this season in home runs zone MLB. And again, not bad. All right, diamond worthy, but we're talking best of the best. We're talking top 5 player in the game, and you have 110 power, 96 power. I can just see MLB The Show saying, hey, you're still great, Yordan, but your power numbers are not equating to the overall we're giving you right now. And the problem with Yordan is he's got absolutely 0 defense. He's a common defensive player, so he has to have every ounce of these contact and power numbers. Right now, he is not performing that on the field. I could see this guy, even if it's only a -1. You get him out of that 90 overall range, you can crunch them prices, but I could see him possibly -2, seeing where they go with it. And that is a big fall for a guy that's an 85K player right now. So something to be mindful of if you own a tradable Yordan Alvarez. And, people might be picking him up because that's a fan favorite right now, right? We're going into season 2. Core players are one of the few things you can use. Yordan's got a sick card. A sick card for a base player. You can't field. You got to throw him at the age or something. But for a base player that you can use in season 2, good card. Let's talk about a guy we think can go diamond. Again, we're full disclaimer, we're saying it's risky business. It's risky business because he's a common. We just got done talking about it with Yordan. You have to be perfect on offense because he's a common fielder. That's Marcell Ozuna right now, 17 bombs, 53 RBIs, a 313 average on the season. He, again, what we was just talking about with, Yordan, right? Yordan, 11 home runs, Ozuna, 17. That's the difference. He's batting well. I think you only need a +1. And that might be all Ozuna gets. But I think there is room for Ozuna to see that upgrade. It's risky because he's a common fielder. It's always, always, always risky when you're a common fielder. He's got the room, though. The way he batted last season, the way he's doing it this season, definitely has the potential. And if SDS is looking to upgrade some guys to diamond, Ozuna might be one of those guys that say, hey, here's the nod. Real quick, let's talk about Ranger Suarez. Dominant this season. Last 2 outings, left early, injured. Outing before, worst outing of the season, I think, for him. 6 ERA. You wonder if there is weight on that, because if there is not weight on those 2 outings, you got to say he's getting a diamond just by the way he's pitched this season. But if there is weight, recency, MLB The Show might say, all right, well, let's pause a little bit. Yeah, he's young, he's a stud, but let's pause a little bit before we pump in the upgrade. So I am a little leery about Ranger. Do as you will with him. Other than that, though, that wraps things up for this video. As always, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate you liking and subscribing. You never have to. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.